We're here to celebrate a great day for us, celebrating the operators of the year. This year we have two winners that show something that the people that vote for these two operators, they couldn't make up their mind on selecting one, which means that they are great. So let me explain to you how it goes. All the operators of the month of 2023 did have a chance to vote for these two great operators. Operators of the month, as we call them, the cream of the pie. These two winners are those secret ingredients that goes into the pie and make it delicious. Congratulations to both of you. I don't know why they select me to be here. I would never select as an MC somebody with a lousy English, broken accent, and ugly. So, I mean, for God's sake, select somebody handsome. Maybe somebody like Daryl Plummer. Somebody at least with bigger eyes and smaller nose. Either my colleagues have a bad taste in selecting MC, or they are just, maybe something has to do with the inclusion, belonging, or is it? Equity, belonging, and inclusion. I got it backward, but you got the message. So I must say it has to do with the equity, inclusion, and belonging. All right, Phil? Where is Phil? Michelle, that's right. Okay, Mr. Constantine, it's EIB. Now, Metro is complete. We include everybody. The bad, the good, and the... Oh my God. Enough jokes. Let me introduce you a gentleman, a leader, somebody that cares about our community, serving the public. By the way, I'm not his running mate, but I'm just saying the truth, as the ugly people always tell the truth. He never missed one day, 1 year for this occasion. Mr. Dow Constantine, please.
So after all that warm-up, if you put us next to each other, I think you would see that we're quite identical. I'm just saying. A little more, but thank you for joining us today. I'm really honored to be back. This is one of my favorite events of the year at King County, and I'm honored to introduce two individuals who are operators of the year. They exemplify the best of our region's great public transit system. Transit operators ensure that buses and trains and other public transportation vehicles run smoothly and safely. They are the unsung heroes who make it possible each day for hundreds of thousands of people to get to work, to school, to medical appointments, to other destinations, places where they need to be or where they want to be. And they're very much the county's face to our public. More than any other county employees, it is the transit operator who folks interact with whom they identify, the people who can be our ambassadors. And their dedication and hard work keep our community connected, and they literally drive us forward. Our operators of the year are among our finest in this county, and the praise that these operators receive from their fellow drivers, as well as all King County employees, and particularly their customers, their passengers, is public testament to their dedication, dependability, and outstanding service. So for all the operators of the month, and for all the operators more broadly, thank you for raising up and selecting these two to represent you and represent the finest in public service. Please join me in recognizing and celebrating Emmanuel, Manny, Bautista and Thulin Tolliver. But wait, there's more. You'll be hearing that quite a bit today, because just when you think it's over and you're going to be able to escape, there's more. Their commitment to safe and reliable service really is unparalleled. Like all of our 2,100 plus Metro Transit operators, they take public service incredibly seriously. They're approachable, they're friendly, they're kind, obedient, cheerful, reverent, thrifty, all of those scouting things. And their outstanding work is a shining example. It's an example of the public service provided more broadly by Metro. It's not always that visible. There's a lot of people toiling away, serving the public in cubicles and elsewhere, and the folks don't get to interact with them. But they are an example of the kind of service that we want to provide in all of the different facets of the county. So let's talk about Thulin for a minute. Thulin navigates through all kinds of weather that our region experiences, heat to smoke to ice to snow, everything that hits the road every day and every night. Her vigilance and commitment to safety are paramount in preventing accidents and ensuring everyone reaches their destination safely. And she also embodies why we offer part-time work for Metro operators. See, she's a parent, and the flexibility of being part-time allows her to shape her schedule around raising her son and building her, you ready for this, budding floral business. I'm also excited to recognize Manny. Manny's an operator who's been with us since 1989. Public transportation is a lifeline for many, and he has been playing a crucial role in delivering that service for well over 3 decades. His work supports the daily lives of so many individuals. In fact, in addition to his years as an operator, Manny also served as a postal service worker. So service is kind of in his DNA. Manny and Thulin join the ranks of Metro Operators of the Year, many of whom, where are you all? Wave. Operators of the Year. I've been seeing some of these faces at these events since long before I became executive, and it is great to see how many come back to honor and celebrate the new pledges in their little fraternity and sorority. Truly, this is an esteemed group, a dedicated group of public servants, and their dedication, professionalism, and commitment to service deserve the utmost respect and appreciation. So thanks to the both of you for being the next generation of Operators of the Year. You are wonderful examples of our workforce. You're wonderful examples of this entire community. And on behalf of everyone, the 2.3 million people of King County, and particularly your fellow operators who saw fit to recognize you, thank you so much for your service. You have our deepest gratitude. Thank you. But wait, there's more. All right, so we'll start over here. We'll start over here. So this is the Operator of the Year ring. I don't know, these haven't been sized yet, have they? Have they? Oh, they're sized. This is an improvement, yes. And has the Martin Luther King County logo, as well as what I assume is an extremely expensive diamond. And this will tell everyone for all time that you are an Operator of the Year, Thulin. And Manny, equally, a ring to show everyone for all time that you are an Operator of the Year. And I will kiss this one too. Here you go. Yes. It's a tradition. Now, you don't have to be one of these guys who comes back 30 years later and demands that their ring still be kissed, right? Okay. Thank you so much. We are so proud of you, and I cannot wait to tell the public who our Operators of the Year are and have them celebrate you every time they board your bus. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mr. Executive. I sometimes refer to you as the Lord of the Ring. And sometimes just the kisser of the ring. So I got two titles for me. And now I would like to invite to the podium Michelle Allison, the lady with too many ears, because all she does is listen. Thank you.
Who doesn't love the Metro Oscars, which is definitely what this is today? So oftentimes the public interacts with our service in a way that is routine and everyday. They know when their bus is coming, they board it, they get on, they arrive at their destination, and it's an incredibly uneventful experience that meets a very specific need. And every day, close to 300,000 people make this trip. And when I started a couple years ago here at Metro, I thought, what is it like to actually deliver those trips? What I know is routine for my life, that trip I take every day, what is it like to deliver it as an operator? So a couple of years ago, some colleagues and I went down to training to see. And a group of us tried driving the coach. Some of us, who shall not be named but are in this room, have a very heavy lead foot. They were very fast. I would say my experience is a little different. I got into the seat, I tried to figure out how to make it work. It was a little uncomfortable, I'm very short. And Dennis kept teaching me and leaning over and say, okay, now you gotta do this inspection, you gotta do these things. And I flipped something and he said, I don't know what you just did, but you're the first person to ever break that button. And I handed it to him, started getting nervous. He said, okay, you gotta go. It's flat, it's sunny outside, it's not raining, you barely have anyone on this coach. You can do this. There's just some safety cones. Okay, I'm a type A perfectionist. I really like getting A's. I really wanted to be proud of me, so I drove around. And again, Dennis, being very professional, I think he was also a little nervous to give me feedback. He says, Michelle, you have to go faster. And I looked at him and I said, I feel like I'm going very fast. He goes, you're not even going 10 miles per hour. I say that to humble myself, but the work that you do every day is that complicated, and you make it look routine and comfortable and ordinary. But you have buses full of people at night, in the rain, on really narrow streets, and things break down and they don't go well, or someone is in a crisis and needs help, and you all show up and make sure that that routine service is provided to everyone every day, and they arrive to their destination safely, and you make it look like art. You make it look easy, and I know it's not. I'm so excited to spend a minute just appreciating the work of our operators and of our two operators here today. Thulin and Manny, we're so proud of you, and you really do represent the best of our organization. There's a couple of stories that really highlight how both of these operators show up every day to the people they serve. But first, a little bit about Thulin. You were born in Wyoming, and you joined Metro back in 1992. Since then, you've received numerous safe driving awards and had decades of safe driving on your record. And I can tell you from that one day hitting a couple of cones, that's not easy to do. Congratulations. Above all, you care for your riders, not just for their trip, but for their experience. And I know this to be true because you care for your colleagues. And I've seen you walk in and around bases at your Operator of the Lunch Awards and just at various events, and you ask questions. You ask people how they're doing. You engage with folks on a personal level, and you do with me too. And you invest in the lives of the people you're engaged with, the people on your coach and the people in the bases. And there's a particular moment that really punctuates this. There was a couple that has been riding your bus for a long time, and your base chief gave us this story. You got to know that couple, and you eventually learned that they were trying to start a family, and they were going to do that through adoption. So they weren't on your bus for a while. But the day that they came back, you had organized a baby shower on the bus. Who does that? You do. That's amazing. That is something they will never forget. That's a wonderful story for their family to show just how important community is, and that a bus trip is part of your community, that your operator welcomed you into their family and into the community through that incredibly gracious act. I was really blown away by that story. And Manny, you have similar commendations from the people you serve. You've been part of the Metro community since 1989, as the executive mentioned. And as I hear it, you said, I'm just going to be here for a minute. How's that going? How's that minute? We're so glad it's lasted longer. And similarly to T, you have decades long of safe driving experience. And more importantly, you also have everyday care for your employees. There's many commendations on this page. And the core of them all is that you make sure everyone's okay. You make sure people are seated, they're comfortable, they're safe, before you engage in your trip. And it is noted, there's many, many moments of people saying, I have a mobility challenge, and I got onto the coach. And instead of just waiting for me to sit down, they came out of their seat and asked if they could support me and made sure I was safe before they pulled out of the bus zone. That mattered to that person. It mattered so much, they wrote it down and sent it in a complicated portal to tell us that you changed their day. That's really meaningful, that these moments in your life are moments that you're giving to other people to have a really good experience. I am so grateful for both of you and the work that you do, and for choosing to stay at Metro, for being models for all of us, and for serving the people of King County in the way that you do. Thank you so much.
I mean, if you look around, most likely maybe 95% of you're gonna find your neighbor next door sitting next to you doesn't look like you. So we're pretty much diverse. We included not just the ugly, but people from all over the world. Mr. Fred, how many people do you recognize here? And Mr. Fabre as well. How many people do you recognize here besides Dow Constantine? Nobody.
Me.
Mr. Fabre? Yeah, so pray for Metro. Now, our leaders are just a bunch of strangers and foreigners, right? So we're well diverse. That's enough of this. Our next speaker will be Phil DeVault. He's our Director of Bus Operation. Thank you, Phil.
You know, If you ever speak after Dow and then Michelle, know that everything you were going to say will have already been said that you plan to say. So I'm not going to speak long, but I do want to say that there was a superintendent now retired years ago who said, working at Metro comes down to three things: show up, do your job, and get along. In both cases, our operators of the year show up every day for work. They drive a $1 million plus vehicle, not only at faster speeds than Michelle drove through the yard with cones, but in clearances of inches for 8 hours, or if you're part-timer, maybe for 3 or 6, or, but for hours upon hours. And Manny, I don't know, if you work the board or report or ever, work overtime. You may or may not, but in many cases, working overtime to fulfill our commitment to being reliable through this period. They do that all the time. They show up. They do their job. They get along. But beyond that, these two individuals have a grace. And you can hear from the stories and the accommodations, the prioritization of the customer, the baby shower parties, or what, they bring something beyond that. And that's that piece of public service that I find deeply inspiring, and they're really examples for all of us for what is possible as public servants. So on that basis, congratulations to both of you. You deserve it. I'm so honored that you are part of our organization and that I get to know you. So. I am presenting both of them the Tops and Ops bulletin that announces and celebrates their achievement.
And now I would like to call to the podium Base Chief Martin Larson, Bellevue Base, and Tanya Davis, North Base.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Saeed. I was reminded of an anecdote. Back when I was driving, I remember an airplane pilot as a passenger came on board the bus and sat up front and was chatting with me about things. And one memory, key memory that I'll never forget, he said, you guys are crazy. We were talking about the challenges of the job, and we tend to look at the other side, and say, oh, these airplane pilots, they're so esteemed, they're so technical, they're so skilled. But the thing that he pointed out was he's flying in the sky. He doesn't have to run into anything. There's no danger. These transit operators, they're constantly having people run in front of them, not know they're there, all these dangers. And the achievement of a 26-year safe driving, and I don't know yours, 30-year safe driving is just amazing. 35. Yeah, it's amazing. So I want everybody to, thank you. So as Saeed said, Operator of the Year is an honor chosen by our operators. It's a celebration of what it means to be a professional transit operator. It's the result of our operators' commitment to safety, service, and schedule. I do want to read an excerpt from our operator's manual for everybody. It goes in part, as in any public enterprise, our customers are our most valuable asset. Each rider who boards a Metro coach deserves the highest standard of care and is to be treated with dignity and respect. One thing I can say so clearly about Tolliver is she embodies that mission statement. It's who she is. It's her personality. Thulin's belief in God and her God-given abilities. It's her mission. It inspires her. She is of service to people. Thulin loves people, and you see that in everything she does. I remember sitting in my office from time to time. Thulin would come in, and she'd ask me, "Are you okay?" And I'd have my head down. I'd be working away, scribbling, doing stuff, and it was always just her first thought, "How are you doing?" And her commendation record shows that so clearly. As a professional transit operator, Metro has afforded, as it's been alluded to by Michelle and Dow, Thulin a wonderful opportunity and flexibility to raise her family, her son Julian, and to start a business, a successful business, and to teach her son how to come to work, to go to work, as T always says. So, and Julian, I understand, is quite a successful business owner as well, so congratulations. I first met Thulin in 2021. She's been around the system, South Base, East Base, North Base. Oh no, not North Base, Central Base, yeah, Atlantic Base, all over the downtown bases, driving probably hundreds of routes. When I first met her, I was impressed by her personality. She's so personal with everybody she gets to know. Then her mother passed. And she came into my office, and this is one of the things that chiefs deal with constantly, is the operators' lives. And lives go on, and operators need help. That's one of the most difficult things, I think, in an operator's life, is just the curveballs that come along. Thulin met that situation, and she decided that she would embrace every opportunity that came before her. And since then, she's literally the person who's turned Bellevue Base around into this festive base. She's headed up all of the activities committees. They do fundraisers, holiday parties. She's been the life. She's literally brought life to this tiny little corner in the system. Bellevue Base is the smallest base in the system, and everybody forgets where it is. King County is often mixing up Bellevue Base as just simply East Base, but there's actually a base across the street, Phil. It's like across 124. But anyway, I can't tell you how much of a difference you've made at Bellevue Base. So I want to say on behalf of Terry Kennedy, Base Chiefs Nitin Sanger, and Anthony Butler, who couldn't make it here today, that we are so blessed to have you at Bellevue Base. And I want to bring everybody in celebrating Thulin Tolliver, 32 years of service. Thank you.
Okay, my turn. Hi, everyone. Tanya Davis, North Base Chief. I transferred to North Base a year ago, and so I didn't have the pleasure of nominating Manny. However, I've gotten to know him since then, and when he was voted Operator of the Year, I went around and I asked a variety of operators what they thought of Manny, and they said he comes to work, you see him drinking his coffee, he gets there early, he's always calm, he's friendly with everybody, and he flies under the radar, and that's what Manny does. He doesn't get a lot of complaints. He's been here for 35 years and had a 35-year safe driving record, so congratulations, Manny. That's fabulous. Yeah. And the operators enjoy talking with Manny in the morning and everything. And again, he comes to work. His goal is to give everybody a safe ride. He loves driving the bus for the scenery, because every single day the scenery is going to be different, right, Manny? And he just goes out there and he does his job. He comes in, goes to work. He's always at work, rarely takes any days off. And so that's just been the thing that I've seen about Manny, and it's been a pleasure knowing him so far. And after 35 years, I'm guessing I might not get to know him for much longer. But one thing people might not know about Manny, when he came from the Philippines, he was an owner-operator of the freight trucking business, and he also graduated from Farside University with a BS in psychology. And he was also a previous Operator of the Month in 2021. So congratulations, Manny. I also, when we were talking the other day, was asking him questions and everything. He didn't want to give up too much information. I mean, it was like I had to pull teeth here, okay? So, however, one of the great things, too, is he was willing to come in and talk, and after he was finished with his shift and everything. And so one of the things is his family is here today. Pat, his wife, and Eric, his son, and Rebecca, his daughter. So thanks for coming. I'm going to deviate just a little bit. I've known Tolliver for 32 years. So I just wanted to say that before I forgot. Thank you. Unfortunately, I've only known Manny for a year. So without further ado, I just want to say congratulations, Manny, for being one of the Operators of the Year in 2023. All right, very good. Thank you very much.
Now, I would like to invite for the podium ATU Local 587 representative, Mr. Latrell Gibson, Recording Secretary.
Good morning, everybody. So, we need another round of applause for these two for making the Operator of the Year. So, I'm going to be splitting the duties here. Paul's going to go after me. So, I just want to say that I've known Thulin for a very long time. She started working for Metro when I was 12 years old, and she still looks like she is 28 years old, so it does not crack. So congratulations, and I just want to say my personal experience working with her jovial personality, she's always smiling, she's always helpful. I've seen her on the road when I work with her on the road, and she's just inviting to all the passengers. She treats them as if they are part of her own family. And she's literally someone to inspire to be when you're an operator. When you're a new operator, you really are uncomfortable with dealing with the public. She's someone to look towards because she's a great mentor in that respect as well. She's just an awesome person to work with, and she deserves all the world with all the hard work that she's put in all these years. So it's just nice to see. And I just want to, just again repeat that I just really appreciate all the help that she's given me personally, even coming into my current office as recording secretary. She's, given me a lot of words of wisdom on how to, go about it, how to make it work, the challenges, the challenges, and and what to pretty much expect. And I've just heavily relied on her expertise as being someone younger that is looking to her as a mentor. So thank you so much, Thulin. And everyone else prior to me said so many great things about both of these individuals. I'm going to present the plaques right now, or the plaque to Thulin. And which one is it? Right.
That was the one that has her name on it.
The one that, I'm going to get the one that has her name on it. So this is the Operator of the Year plaque from ATU 587, and we're presenting this to Ms. Thulin Tolliver for your Operator of the Year. Thank you so much for all of your work. Thank you so much, Thulin. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Manny and Thulin. That's the correct pronunciation, Thulin. TC, oh, okay, all right. You guys are very important to everybody here. This is a big event every year. And no one looks more forward to this event every year than what the current operator of the year is, so they can pass on their duties. So Lisa, a couple more minutes, you'll have one more duty, and then it'll be over with, so yes. And so I must say I'm very excited by this, and I'm a Bellevue base person. I've worked at all the bases, but Bellevue base is my home base, and thank you. Keep on the dominance of Bellevue base as for the home of operators of the year. I see Mr. Duncan there, and he worked quite extensively at Bellevue base, and remember at one point we had like 4 former operators a year, so that's pretty good. And Martin, I know you really look forward to this. You got a haircut, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's wax, okay? There's wax, so. Anyways, you guys, you and the other operators and all the operators do such an outstanding job in very difficult circumstances because you don't know what's going to walk in that door or what's going to run in front of your bus. Things change every second. And so you have to adapt very quickly and be cool, calm, and collected. And you make our job as officers a lot easier. So when we go to Michelle and now Dow, we say, these people deserve a raise. And I never saw romance before at one of these things before, but apparently Thulin and Dow Constantine are now engaged. Because it was on the ring finger, right? You know, so anyways, thank you very much. Yes.
These 2 fine operators could not do their job without a sound, safe, well-maintained coach. Please join me welcoming to the podium Christopher Parrott, Director of Vehicle Maintenance.
Good to see you. How you doing, everybody? How exciting it is to celebrate the outstanding achievements of our 2 bus operators of the year. It's a real honor to be up here as we do recognize these 2 exceptional individuals that have, as you can hear through the stories today, have truly gone above and beyond. So good afternoon. My name is Chris Parrott. I'm the Division Director of Vehicle Maintenance. But first and foremost, before we get to some of the little and also then gifts that we have, I just want to extend my deepest thanks to both of you. Your daily dedication to providing a safe, reliable, and comfortable journey for our passengers, it obviously has not gone unnoticed. Day after day, you demonstrate not only the professionalism it takes to be a bus operator, but also a genuine care for the people that we serve. Your connection with our customers builds that trust, and it really makes their experience enjoyable. And that's truly something special, again, as we've heard from some of the stories before me. But in this fast-paced world of public transportation, your ability to stay focused, maintain punctuality, and adapt to the challenges that really sets a high bar for all of us. Your commitment to excellence not only makes significant impact on our customers, but also sets an inspiring example for your colleagues. So thank you for that. But I do want to talk about your collaboration with our vehicle maintenance teams. It has been key in keeping our operations running smoothly. Working closely with us ensures that our buses are in peak condition, reducing delays, improving safety, and maintaining the highest standards of service. And this partnership has definitely been essential to our success, and your proactive approach has made a real difference. So I thank you for that. And on behalf of the entire vehicle maintenance team, I want to say thank you for your hard work, your teamwork, and your dedication. Today, we celebrate your accomplishments, but we know that each day you're out there, and each day you're making a difference in people's lives. You have truly earned this recognition, so congrats once again to the Bus Operators of the Year. So real quickly, so we can keep things moving, I'm going to give each of them a certificate from Vehicle Maintenance that allows you to have an assigned coach of your choosing, along with parking in a premier lane location.
Please welcome our Metro Deputy, Mr. Ernest Candres.
Thank you, Said. I'm not sure what to say, but certainly we would rethink whether you should MC next year. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for the opportunity to present to our Operators of the Year the uniform badge and name tag, unmistakably good identities for the two deserving winners. Our frontline workers are truly our competitive advantage. If you look across organizations, the people who help us deliver on a daily basis are our frontline workers. We only provide support, all of us, to our frontline workers. And when they do it well, we do a good job. So I just want to say thank you to TT and Manny for all you do on a daily basis to help us deliver on our mission. That is to ensure that we are delivering safe, clean, reliable service. And you do this effortlessly. And of course, we are happy to recognize those contributions today, and of course for all of our operators who help us deliver on a daily basis. Thank you for everything you do. So I'm going to present to you the uniform patch and also your name tags.
Let's see, I just want to make sure not to skip anybody, especially this one here. A person, a leader, a gentleman, also known as Hey Friends. And if you ask me who's Jason Opie, I would say, hey, the North Base cat. Please welcome Jason Opie, the new operation manager of bus operation.
Well, I just think watching this in the amount of times that I've been here, I really feel like this is like Metro's holiday. I would say if there was any day that was like holiday for Metro, it's this event and what it means to all of us. So I think the thing that brought me to Metro the most in 1998, which was just a blink compared to when you've been here, but the thing that I thought was most compelling about coming to Metro was I loved when I would see bus drivers wave at each other when they would go by each other on the street. So I think that camaraderie is so critically important to this job. But I think now, more than any other time, peer support, it's never been more important. The environment that operators are operating in right now, and just how our service has changed. We've changed so that we have way more frequent service, which leads to its own challenges for operators and a real need to work together, because buses can bunch at terminals. Sometimes you get to the end of the line and there's another bus where you think you should lay over, and now you got to work with them. There's also out on the road, we come up against other buses as well, just because our service is so frequent. So I think that is so notable about this job, or this award, is that it came from your peers. So all of the operators for one whole year said that you are the two operators that are the most supportive of each other. And so as somebody who has a leadership title, I just think that, to me, I look up to peer leadership, because without peer leadership, then none of the other leadership works. And so you're acknowledged here for being leaders of your peers, and the support you give them is just amazing. So thank you. So I get to give a license plate and a parking space, a license plate frame and a parking space notification to each person here.
Thank you, friend. And now I would like to ask to the podium Deanna Martin. She's the Chief of Staff.
And I promise I'm the last talking head before you can hear from the really important voices that are last on the agenda. And so, yeah, I'm Deanna Martin. I'm the Chief of Staff. I'm going to take a page from Michelle's comments earlier and tell you the first time I drove a bus, and only time I drove a bus, was actually at the Metrodeo with all the leaders who volunteered to get into a competition. So we were in front of like hundreds of competitive bus drivers trying to drive a bus. It was good. I didn't have Dennis and a small group with me. I had a great bus operator who was very nervous about me driving. And as you get to the end of the Metrodeo, if any of you have ever driven in that, you have to get up to 25 miles an hour. And I just panicked. And he's like, you have to get up to 25. And I think I got up to 20, and then I knocked every one of the cones over. And it made the loudest noise, there were screams, it's on video, and laughter coming from the sides. It was good. Aren't you glad somebody like Michelle and I run this place, is what you might think. But even more of a joke than that is that we really don't. You all run this place. The bus operators who are out there run this place. And our job is to serve you And thank goodness the executive's gone. Our job is to keep him out of your way and to get the resources you need to do your jobs well. And if you ask any one of our customers about why they love Metro and what matters to them, they will tell you about their bus driver. They will tell you about the bus they ride and the experience they have on it. And the stories we heard about each of you today just exemplify, like, you are Metro. You run this place, and we are here to support you in doing that. Thank you for being the heart of what we do and making it run for our customers. So I'm presenting, what am I presenting? These are the interior bus cards. There are two, so you will find these showing up in our buses out there on the system. So this is Manny's. And it says, Operator Emmanuel Manny Bautista joined King County Metro in April 1989. He's earned a 35-year Safe Driver Award and many commendations. One of Manny's customers wrote, "I use a walker and he helped me get seated and it was a very smooth ride. He's doing an excellent job." Manny was born and raised in the Philippines, where he attended the Far Eastern University and earned a BS in psychology. He's retired from USPS as a vehicle maintenance manager. When he joined Metro, he thought it would be only for a short time, but it turned into a meaningful career. Manny is a husband, father, and grandfather. In his free time, he enjoys boating, fishing, and camping. Manny was chosen by the 2023 Operators of the Month as the 2023 Operator of the Year. He is the best of the best. Okay, and Operator of the Year, Thulin Tolliver, joined King County Metro in July 1992 as a part-time operator. She's earned a 24-year Safe Driving Award and several commendations. One of TT's riders wrote, "This bus driver is always so friendly and courteous. She's considerate, even making sure elderly people who may not have a good balance have a chance to sit down before she starts driving again. Every time I ride on her bus is a good experience." TT was born in Casper, Wyoming. She attended Green River Community College for precision tools, drawings, and electromechanical graphing. She joined Metro because of her love of serving people and meeting people from all over the world. She's also an owner of multiple small businesses, such as T&T's Wine, Floral, and Gift Shop. In her free time, she enjoys cooking, hosting dinner parties, family gatherings, walking, and fishing. TT was chosen by the 2023 Operators of the Month as the 2023 Operator of the Year. She is also the best of the best.
Thank you, Diana. You know, it's not easy to get Operator of the Year. It's not easy to get Operator of the Day. It's not easy to get Operator of the Month. I'm not trying to embarrass you. How many of us here in this room earned Operator of the Month? Yeah, I would say 60%. No. All right, some of you did not drive a bus. How many of us here got the Operator or about Employee of the Month? That's close to 20%. So this fine tool, or again, it's great. I mean, it's very hard to get a commendation, for God's sake. It's very hard to commendation. I remember in the snow, shoveling snow from underneath the bus, getting the buses that are stuck out. As an operator, I get stuck, and then I help others, and come back home to the base and said, oh, okay, tomorrow I'm going to get accommodation. No accommodations. So it's very, very hard, very tough to get Operator of the Year. And now please welcome Lisa North, Operator of the Year 2022. Lisa.
Good morning, all. It's been quite a year. I am truly honored and proud to be with my sister and my brother here. And I want to ask the former Operators of the Year in the room to please stand. Thank you so much. I am so glad you're here. 1992 was a great year. T and I met in June, and in July 31st, we graduated part-time class together. We have known each other for 32 years. Amazing journey. And I unfortunately have never picked North Base, but I know Manny over 3 decades. We were always looking up to someone who had been here a couple of years before us. Thank you both for your service, your amazing dedication. It's the former Operators of the Year, the present Operators of the Year, and many of my coworkers who inspire me. Last year, being recognized as a 2022 Operator of the Year, I found myself over this last year striving to be even better than I had been recognized for, understanding the responsibility to my coworkers and feeling the inspiration of dedication and hard work by my side. It's been a wonderful journey. I'll share one instance recently that happened, 2 separate occasions where 2 customers got on board, called me by my name, and congratulated me for being Operator of the Year and giving service. It was amazing to hear, not only from my brothers and sisters, but the public, that they saw the signs, read the news, and recognized me. It was wonderful. The best thing, dedicated parking spot. Love that. Congratulations. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. And now comes the time for our winners to make comments, we may ask questions. Please, let's start with T first. Come on in.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my God, I am so nervous and so excited, you guys. Thank everybody for coming today. Congratulations to my brother Manny. I give all honor and praises to God. This is amazing. I mean, the feeling I had all night kept me up all night. So I just want to start out by saying this has been a journey. The good, the bad, and the ugly, it still sets you up for moments like this. You got to go through something to get to somewhere, right? So I'm gonna make it brief. I'm gonna thank God. I thank God for my beautiful family, and I thank God for all the operators that voted me in. And this is a family. I do love people. I'm telling you, seeing everybody here, this will be forever remembered for me. This is like the creme of the creme. So again, thank you for honoring me. I don't take this lightly. Every day I want to be better than I was yesterday, last week, last year. It takes a village. I'm going to share this with you guys. 25 years at South Base, I came downtown and I almost quit. Downtown is a beast. You got to be tough, but I appreciate and I thank God for the experience. And then I went to the east side. I went to East Base, and then I went to Bellevue Base. So my original home, South Base, but I found my home in Bellevue Base. Ted and Cam are the reason why I went there. Thank God for using those guys. And Bellevue Base embraced me like no other. My mother got ill, and they held me up through one of the toughest times in my life. They were there for me, Terry Kennedy, Nitin, Martin, and Anthony. It takes people like that to care about people. Even when I was smiling, I smile anyway. I smile because it makes me feel good, and it projects the energy to other people. So you never know what other people are going through. But Bellevue Base, they knew what I was going through, and it was rough. My family that's here and the ones that aren't here, I thank God for them, because that's who holds us up. And then the great thing, when you're good to people and you value them, the public, they held me up too. So my experience is just one of those great things in life. It's a great story because it's real, it's authentic, and it's encouraging to the new drivers that are coming in, to some of the older drivers who want to give up. Do not give up, keep going, and keep on reaching and loving each other. So again, I thank everybody for here, and I thank all my drivers, co-workers that embraced me this way, and congratulations to you, Manny. God bless you guys. Thank you.
Any question for Titi? No, okay. Please welcome Manny.
Good morning, everyone. You know, I thought the only seat reserved for me is in front of Will, but I got the reserved seat here. How about that? First, I'd like to thank fellow operators for voting me and Thulin for this prestigious award, not Oscar, but award. 35 years ago, there's been a lot of changes here in Metro, infrastructure-wise. The buses, which are a lot better than back then when you have to reach and change the sign, and sometimes you put the wrong sign and then you get written up for that. A lot of changes as far as the public, you know. Yeah, there's still a lot of people out there that it's Metro's, not just Metro, it's not just operators' problem, issues, but hopefully someday there'll be some program to, you know, make us all operators be out there and be safe. I also like to thank my family, my wife, especially for all the support during the past 35 years. And to all operators out there, thank you. And I take this opportunity to tell Metro management that let's keep this going. Thank you again, and have a good day.
We as leaders, I mean, we can put on suits and then go to a meeting, do planning, shout at each other during a meeting. But the bottom line is these two, along with the rest of the operators that do the job. And I thank both of them. This is not celebration of the operators of the year, celebration of the operators. They're the ones that do the hard job. As Manny mentioned earlier, we have changed. We came a long way. We're not a happy family yet, but we're working on it. And with this new leadership, I'm sure we get there. We can get there. And take care, Manny. T, congratulations. And food is ready. I think I'm done.